From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch. Man, 80. Mike Wood. Here we go.
On first down, Darnold. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
One's the mic. Watch one. Coming. Check 99. Hey, 80.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson.
Go.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here goes Hunt. 58, come on. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, no. I hope you brought your rest because I'm about to take you to school.
Second and 11. And this one's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57, Mike, 57. Go. 57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. Bound to lose one. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
He'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Second and 7. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one. Here we go, D. Here I come.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Open man is Anderson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Henderson now on first and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch one. Lady, be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Sure. Lady.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, Sam.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Second and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Switch.
They'll try to run with Hines. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
65. 65. Whip. Ready.
Second down, it's Henderson. And an alley to run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
6-6, bullet high.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here goes Hunt. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Lady. Check it back. Check it. Lady.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
Darnold from the gun. That's taken in by Henderson. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
58, 58, Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Get away.
start on the ground with Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Drop deep, drop deep. Hold. Mike, 57.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Hines. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. It's our time. It's our time.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run with Hines, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 13.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's George. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
49ers.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. That's George. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
Let's go.
A gain of 21 yards. And a 49er first down.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's go, D.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful. So far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll set up to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Here's second and 8. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go, Here we go, What? Young lady. Watch what? Bandit. Bandit. Like what?
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now off the bootleg, Darnold steps away. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Switch gears.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Darnold now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got red 80.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now it's Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Young Trip is here.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
58, the Mike. Double dog, that's the way.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position. Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Now Darnold. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Rotate.
This is Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. Hey, we got 3. That's it. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top. And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown 49ers.
It's my boy.
Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jets take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to air one out and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, complete. It's Harvey. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready?
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Here's Hines. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Right. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quentin Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Arvin. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. We own them. We own them. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch.
Second and 13. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, Darnold. That's taken in by Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on second and 14. Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm coming after you. Man, 80. 58's the money. 58's the money. Strip the ball. Strip that.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check it out,
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
50 seconds to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... And this is taken in at the 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check 25. Check 25.
They run again with Hines. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun again to Henderson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Switch.
They go with Jacobs. No reason not to try it there. Convert on 4th.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them offsides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. It's like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. On first down, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Give me some. Here we go. Ready? 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Come on, baby.
Here's Darnold. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Peek it to 6. Pull it. Half. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shut up.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 24. Check 24.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 57.
Back to throw here. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
All day, baby. All day. All day, baby. All day.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Hey, hold on. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice.